Welcome back to another video where we will be doing something different. We will be reacting to Vita carnis, if I said that right. Living Meat Research Documentary 1 Intro and Decrawl. Made by Darren Guilloy and I will be if you're familiar to this series, you already know what the story, I guess. I mean, that's what ChatGPT told me. There's a story. So yeah, if you know the series, you know, but yeah, let's get started. Classified material. Federal law provides severe civil and criminal penalties for the unauthorized viewing of this footage. Any reproduction, distribution, or display of this video is prohibited. The possession of this footage may lead into investigation and detention. If released from custody, the apprehended will face a penalty of $500,000. Jesus Christ. So you can watch this if you don't have a warrant from the government. I barely hear shit.
Thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changed.
Also, there's multiple new life forms, not just a life form. Multiple life forms. Interesting.
The balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways.
But if these are classified, how do you help people to understand if they can't watch this?
Days of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 19...
Also, before World War II. World War II. Jesus Christ. Damn.
31. There has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones.
So like us, basically.
They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought.
Wait, won't they get infections without skin? Like...
meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita carnis. The carnis species consume decaying, organic...
They consume organic material, mainly flesh of other animals.
matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their carnis relatives. The carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of raw, which leads to the first creature of the carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine. The only difference.
This looks like somebody that cut down a branch from a normal tree. And yeah, just threw it on the paper and got it a new life form.
Being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem
Okay, never mind. These are not branches.
structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins,
I'm not gonna
arteries,
pause
and
it.
other
I'm just
similar
gonna
organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its
like,
surroundings. The ends of
gonna
these
make
tendrils are equipped
understanding
with organelles used to absorb water
after
and
watching
organic matter
this.
necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis, the dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily
Damn. Solidarity. You mean Siberia? Damn.
allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again. This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive. Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards. The crawl also plays a very important role in
There's 7 fucking life forms. 7! If not including the crawl. So you're telling me that a branch-like blood meaty stuff makes 7 more life forms.
the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live as an independent
So
animal.
that's how.
This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings.
The trimmings. So what I'm getting at that this can be used for food and to help nature. So this is like the good thing that comes out of this. So yeah, anyways, let's go to episode 2, where we learn about these trimming things. Vita carnis, living meat research documentary to trimmings. Hold. 3 years ago. Jesus Christ.
The trimmings. Trimmings are small animals that
Nah. Nah. You know what? I'm not gonna ask what I'm not gonna ask what this thing even does.
resemble skinned raccoons.
77% muscle with fats and body is flesh. That's all I can read.
They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that
Large majority of body is
they are
flesh.
made mostly of meat tissue and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no
Damn.
larger than a basketball. Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume.
So I
Known
eating up
for being able
all
to hunt
and
meat and
stuff.
forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals.
Oh.
Although its appearance is unsightly, it
I'm
is
not
a
gonna
cowardly
even say
creature,
anything.
only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case.
Why?
The crow constantly produces a large quantity of
Oh.
nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets.
How? How do you keep this thing as a pet? How? Tell me how. Genuinely tell me how they keep this shit as a pet.
And relatively domesticate them. Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold. The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Oh, give me snake. Wait, how to? Oh. So, people use them as pets. At the bottom of the food chain. And the car reproduces them. So the car is like the main. The car is like the mother of these things. Basically. So, So, all I know about this creature is that one, they appeared before World War II. Two, they car reproduces them, and mainly the other 6 life forms that we are about to hear. And 3, I will stitch together what I'm thinking of why they keep them as a pet. But anyways, on to the next episode. Living Meats Research Documentary 3, Meat Snakes. How does a documentary contain death? Oh, like the animals that, yeah.
The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature made of
I'm
a
not gonna
variety of
even
types
ask.
of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few
What the
centimeters
hell?
in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters, although
5 meters. 5 meters. Jesus hell.
under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length. The meat snakes
So by us killing each other's, this thing thrives. Got it.
diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism.
Ah,
The meat snake locates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole.
how big is this thing's, like, throat that leads into the stomach that it can swallow a whole damn body in a hole?
Once the entire body is consumed,
How does it fit? How?
the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake.
Oh,
Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will
Ew.
be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years.
so this shit survived a whole world war and even entered the early Cold War. Damn.
The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating. Interestingly, the meat snake
Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
is the only member of the carnis family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size.
What do you mean it's the only one that can reproduce? How will they reproduce? Will they like split into two or what?
And is in the conditions to do so. It will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two.
Holy shit, I was right. But isn't that painful, and where does the other one get like the organs to function?
Two meat snakes will
What
go on
does
their
this
separate
shit
ways
doesn't
and live
have
on as
one?
two distinct organisms. Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold. Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes. Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease. Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts.
So this thing literally is the garbage can for wars.
And within zoos to dispose of deceased animals. They are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature.
You call this thing a marvelous creature. Its literal skull is sticking out.
With a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell. Our next creature is the mimic.
Sorry, the what? Is this where the whole mimic shit that was on the internet came from? Because if it was, then I'm interested in hearing that. So, this thing so it can reach a length of 5 meters, but if there's a war, a dead body, or
Although, under extreme conditions, like
natural disasters, then they say fuck this and grow even more. And they cannot die unless they like starve, burned, or the membrane gets deleted. And apparently their score sticks out. So anyways, that was living meat research. You know what? No, I'm so short on it. LMR. NMR. Yeah, NMR. So, let's go to the next episode, which I'm interested about. LMR, documentary for mimics. No sound at the warning, strange.
The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile.
This information I already know, because long behold, the internet like does it.
Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their their facial structure is shaped. The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole. A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Why did they stop? Stop saying you
Because
did.
of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas.
Shit. I'm moving to Siberia then. Great.
The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages.
Oh, you motherfucker.
In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin.
Why do you have to be so ugly? Why do all of these creatures have to be so ugly? Why?
Sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals,
That's
moving on
good.
to larger and larger as they grow.
Shit.
Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning.
Oh.
Its hunting style changes and
Is that a fucking... Does that shit reach the ceiling?
becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans.
Okay, no, it isn't.
Locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture.
But won't like the clothing like expose their faces, etc.
Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute it immediately and begin
Damn.
consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal.
Stationary mimic found outside of town, presumably digesting last night's meal. Photographed by Sprite of Artemis.
Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey and
So this is where this shit came from.
cornering themselves. Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
Holy shit, I didn't expect found footage, but I don't mind. What was it? She's one, hiding in the closet, or two, being a dumbass and hiding at the door. There's no fucking way she unlocked the door. Okay, you're lucky. Why your flashlight still on? Oh hell no. Oh hell no, what are those eyes? Eyes, Jesus fuck.
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into.
Fucking great. So I got jump scared? And now I figure out there's two more morphs that I can turn into in its final stage.
If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating
Oh hell
of
no.
flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a
Oh
dark
hell no.
environment. Pale pink skin.
You ugly
Mimic's teeth
motherfucker.
have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat,
Oh
leaving
great.
its mouth a toothless grin.
People, how it
It
will
uses
it
the dark
eat?
hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a darkened.
Alright, my father rocked it, but
Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet. Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions. 1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it.
what do you mean do not use it? Bitch, I'm gonna grab a gun and shoot that thing in the goddamn heads.
Is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not
Okay, so it's bulletproof.
effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks. 6. In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey and will move.
Fuck that information. That maybe is just so hunted the person for like. Okay, that was a minute. I will give it that. I don't think it has that kind of impatience to like not hunt. I'll give it a minimum of 10 to half an hour before that shit leaves.
Move on. Be safe and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs.
Thank you.
Next up, the harvester.
So when it live speaking, it will hunt like that. Wait. Does wait? It did mention how it reproduces. Oh wait, they mentioned it. But they don't answer how they fucking die. Or if they can die. So anyways, blah blah blah. After a certain time, they will reach adulthood. and spy. Literally spy. Go into human populated area and don't be a dumbass like this person who hides at the door. But yeah, that's mainly it. Oh wait, no, that's the fucking ad to anti-human form. If you see this shit, you're cooked. You're dead. I don't think there will be any remnants of you by the time people notice that you're gone. Anyways, that will be the end of the video. Episode 1. Oh no, shit. Video 1. So, in the next video, we will be reacting to the rest of documentaries, if there are 4 more documentaries. If not, then we'll just jump straight into the videos. So yeah, but looking at it, there is 8 entities. So yeah, there will be. So anyways, have a good day and bye.